Hello, Chaucer and I are delighted to welcome you back to the little castle, aren't we? Oh, he is super relaxed here. And I join you from the William Morris sofa that I put in last week's video. This has been a real hit. It's actually been, look, it's been a real hit with Chaucer. It's effectively become his sofa. Whenever I want to find him in the house, this is where he is. I tend to sit on the Chesterfield there, which I showed you last week. And he now sprawls out, surrounded by Victorian grandeur, and absolutely loves it. It's so squidgy. It's beautiful. I'm really happy. From Dunelm, would you guess? Absolutely fantastic. But sofas aside, welcome back to the little castle. Today's video, I am taking you over 24 hours of what has been happening here. And there's been a lot of restoration work. The first thing is, I think the stables are nearly finished, effectively. We've got to move a loo seat and we're done. The last thing that needed to be done was the gravel. When we moved here 5 years ago this week, I remember saying to Joe, I really want to switch up that gravel. We need to change the gravel. It's taken 5 years. Good things come to those who wait. But finally, the gorgeous Cotswold stone is in. And the boys have done an amazing job boxing it in the corners, putting sleepers down, getting a roller. It's absolutely lovely. I'm really happy with it. Also, I'm happy with the development of the Wildflower Meadow behind the stables. I put in some Meadow Mania seeds there and they're growing really well. So just little sprouts in some areas, but you can see that's going to be a carpet of glorious colour this summer. We're also having the radiators played around with in the turret. So we've got these kind of nasty 1980s radiators. And honestly, to replace them with beautiful Victorian cast iron radiators, which I would love to do, would cost an absolute fortune. We've got about 14 or 15 radiators in the house, probably more than that actually. So piece by piece, I'm going around and having radiator covers put on. A wonderful guy locally who makes them bespoke. He has come in and he's put some in the salon or the sitting room in the turret. So I'll show you there. There is a slight problem, but I know it's going to get fixed. And then talking of problems, we had leaks last year from the turret roof. So we're having the turret roof laid with a special sealant rubber. And I do my very best to take you up on the roof so you get a view of the turret roof and the view beyond. So make sure you stay to the end for that. But that is a busy schedule. Let's have a quick cup of tea. Always time for tea in my gorgeous Emma Bridgewater mug. This one, Silver Fox. My husband bought that for me. Whoop. And let's go on and have 24 hours in the little castle. I'll see you back at the end to discuss it, shall I? There is quite a lot going on here today at the little castle. I wanted to show you outside. Finally, we're doing the last fixing touches to the gravel. Let me show you. It's a bit noisy, that's what's going on in the background. So all of this needs to be levelled off. I've got some to fill in places like over here, putting some grips down here so the gravel doesn't roll into the neighbours. But look at this beast. And then down here, we are fixing in the side supports on the path because they keep falling out. And the ground here is so hard, we're having to dig holes, drill holes, to pop it in. And it looks like where I planted that wildflower, starting to come up. So the first batch has come up fine. If you remember, that's the bathroom and that is the kitchen and the sitting room in the holiday let. But we had to re-dig once I had sown to put an alarm in under the drain. It's really alarming. So all of that gorgeous Meadow Mania sewing had to be dug up, and I re-sewed it. And all the way up to my greenhouse, hopefully, is going to be a riot of wildflower. This area here is a disgrace. I'm very aware. I absolutely need to get this sorted out. All in time. However, I am delighted that over here, yes, look at that. We are going to have figs this year. I'm definitely going to have figs and ice cream. I mean, it's Monday morning and it's all go here. And would you believe it? I actually have a job. I've got calls to make. I'm about to jump on a conference call in about 20 minutes time to talk about making a film for a client of mine, which is very exciting. But I want to show you what's going on in the turret as well. So we have some rather unattractive sort of early 90s radiators, and it's very expensive to replace all of the radiators in the house. I'd like to replace them with those lovely Victorian cast iron ones, but you're talking 20, 30,000 for the entire house. So what I've been doing, Darren has made some radiator covers for them. So the last sets are going into the turret today. Let me show you. So it appears that the radiator that's going into the kitchen in the turret is slightly too short, the radiator cover. So Darren is going to go to his workshop and re-saw the top and come back later on and fix it. But something that's in front of me now, I want to show you very quickly. I'm here in the Great Hall. There's my lovely sofa that I got last week. Can you hear Darren in the background there? All the noise coming through. I want to show you what's in front of me now. The cottage garden at the front of the house is absolutely coming along beautifully for spring. So here is the view through the window. Absolutely gorgeous. And then what I will do is I will take you outside. This is part of the house you very rarely get to see, but it's absolutely coming out in a riot of colour, and spring has definitely sprung. Oh, we've got some roses there as well, and over here is some glorious topiary, the window to the snug, and some more fabulous roses. So that is something you don't often see, the front garden. I thought I'd show you there. This was one of the first things we ever did here. I think it was really important to show the neighbours that I'm quite community minded, that I wanted it to look nice, as well as for me as for them. So the first things we did were the front garden and the garden that's overlooked by my neighbours at the far end where the stables is, because that was a bit of a shocking mess too. Anyway, talking of shocking messes, I've got to run upstairs because I've got a business call, and then I'm going to come back and see if I can get on top of the turret. My God, that's so exciting, but slightly frightening because I absolutely hate heights and it's raining. So I am about to do something that fills me with dread and fear. I'm about to go on the roof of the turret. So it also fills me with massive excitement. I've never been up there. I've seen workmen go up there before, but I've never really had the guts. And because I'm going to have you with me, I'm going to go up there and see what's going on the roof. But I don't quite know how I'm going to film it. It might look a bit hokey, but I'll do my absolute best. So if you're ready, let's go up the ladder, up the turret. Oh my God, I can't believe I'm actually saying that. I'm going to record myself in my pocket so you can hear me. And I guess the trick is not to look down.
Correct. And go one step at a time.
I wonder if coming down is harder than going up. Good Lord. Right, I'm just going to stop for a second. Oh, I can see into Joe's office. It's very messy. Right, what's actually frightening me is the idea of getting up those little ones at the top. Do you know what? I don't think I can do it. No. No, I don't think I'm going to be able to go up there. I have to be honest. It's just not for me. It's too tight at the top. This is further than I've ever gone in my life anywhere, so I'm going to just call it a day. Well, my heart is racing. I couldn't do it. I got sort of 3/4 of the way up, and then I noticed that the ladder got really small at the end, and I couldn't get up that far. I'm so sorry I wasn't able to take you up on the roof, but Darren very kindly has said that he is going to film up there on the roof so you can see what I missed. And I'm going to hire a cherry picker at some point over the next couple of months, and then I would definitely film from the roof. I'm really sorry I couldn't do that. It was just too much. I'm really frightened of heights. Well, that was a lot, wasn't it? Honestly, I have a day job as well, and I'm constantly kind of managing people going in and out. I didn't also show you that we had some gardeners come as well during the day to cut the lawn. So really just, I'm always bobbing up and down from my computer out to talk to somebody, a workman or a gardener or a cleaner or a roofer or somebody, and then going back to my computer. That is quite exhausting. That switch of energy is something I don't think I can do forever, and which is why I am planning by the end of the year to kind of semi-retire and move down here almost completely full-time and run the Airbnb. But I didn't quite make it up the ladder, did I? I'm sorry, that was a fail. I did my very best. I think what happened to me is I was doing fine on the normal rungs of the ladder, and then I got to the bit where it became slightly thinner and slightly smaller, and I just couldn't do it, could I, Chaucer? No, I just couldn't get myself to go up that bit of the ladder. I got freaked out, maybe because I took the phone out of my pocket and filmed and suddenly saw how high I was off the ground. Couldn't do it, but you know what? I will set myself that goal somehow of getting up on that turret roof and me showing you the view. Darren very kindly filmed some footage there, but I want to take you up there. I want to show you the view. Don't we, Chaucer? Although I'm not sure. Oh, he's just spotted himself in a reflective surface. I'm not sure that Chaucer's going to make it up there, but I will, I promise. I'm thinking I might actually hire a cherry picker. What do you think? We'll make a whole video about hiring a cherry picker and then going up on the roof. That would be quite fun. I'm about to head out and deliver some leaflets because we are hosting the village garden party in a couple of weeks' time. We've got a little string quartet coming. I've got balls and croquet, so I've got to go out and invite the neighbours. Let me know if you'd like me to film that. And also, I've got to go and take my suit to the dry cleaners, my morning suit, because Joe and I have been invited to go racing with the king. Yes, next Wednesday, Joe and I will be going to Royal Ascot, to the Royal Enclosure, to see the horse racing. Now, I won't be chatting to Charles and Camilla, but I will see them. I will get to see, in a special position, the carriage ride. And again, if that's something you're interested in, if you'd like me to take you behind the scenes of Royal Ascot, then leave a comment below, send me a message, and I'll absolutely do that. So, I've got to get leaflet delivering, I've got to drop a suit into the dry cleaners, and then I've got to do a day of work. I think there's someone coming to fix the loo seat in the stables, and there's another gardener coming to do something in the cottage garden, so we get it all lovely for the garden party. But for now, thank you so much for joining me, and thank you particularly to my members. Their names are coming up now. They pay a subscription every month, just a small amount, and it really helps me fund this channel. Do consider becoming a member. You get private behind-the-scenes shorts, 2 or 3 a week, exclusive to you. And you get an exclusive long-form video like this one every single month as well. And if you're a Castle member, you get to join an app called Signal, which means you can chat to me directly. We can chat away, you can ask me questions, I can send you pictures of Chaucer, and you see a real behind the scenes. But for now, I'm very grateful that you chose to spend time with Chaucer and I. Thank you. And wherever you are and whoever you love, we wish you well and wish you joy. Take care. See you soon.